Hey guys, so the palette that I'm going to be using today is again by Morphe, and it is the JACLYN Hill palette from her Vault collection. The one that I'm going to be using today is called Ring the Alarm. It looks like this. The first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes with this eyeshadow primer by Too Faced. I have a mirror over here, so sorry if I look away. And then just go ahead and blend it all over. And you're gonna wanna blend this all the way up to your eyebrow. So I moved my mirror over here. I like to tap it until I can feel that it's starting to like get dry, because I don't want it to like crease like in my eye if it's still not dry, if that makes any sense at all. Okay, so the first shadow that I'm gonna take, can't see, is this one right here. It's called Rush. That I'll start off with in my crease. Here's a mirror. And I'm gonna blend it slightly past my actual crease just so you can actually see the shadow, because even though I have like bigger eyeballs and like a pretty big lid space, I actually kind of have hooded eyes. So like if I'm actually like just like talking and like chilling like this, I don't know if you could see like how most of my eye is like gone, so I have to go like slightly above my crease, just so you can see the shadow. So just be aware of how your eye shape is. You might not have to bring it up as high as me, or maybe you need to bring it up higher than I do. So I'm just gonna put this on the outer corner right here, my eye, and then blending it into the corner here, and then also up into my crease, like I mentioned earlier. So once you're done kind of like blending it out, this is what it should look like on one side. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side really quickly. When I do eyeshadow, I always like to start with a smaller amount on my brush, rather than having too much, because if you have too much and you put it on your lid, there's really not too much that you can do. So my tip is to always start out with less. So I just realized that I had the fan on. I'm sorry that you could probably hear that in the background. The sound picks up very, very easily, so I turned it off. I'm just gonna take a different fluffy brush. This was actually like white and then it went to pink tips, but I stained it by using a blue eyeshadow, so now it just looks purple. But I promise there's no actual purple on this. I'm gonna go ahead and take Mugshot, which is this bottom one right here. I'm just gonna use this to kind of deepen up the eye look right now. Nope, that looks pretty good. I didn't really need to do much of that. I don't know if you can see the difference on camera from this eye to this eye. So right in the corner. This one, it's called Secret. Kind of really want to use it, so might just go for it. That's what I was missing in my life. Yep. So this color, I'm literally just gonna put it on the outer V. I'm not even gonna take it to my crease. And then I'm just gonna pack it on, and then I'm gonna blend it with the other blending brush that I used earlier. So right now I look like a crazy person. So we're just gonna blend that, the edges right here, with no additional product on the brush. This is the brush that I was using earlier. If you're finding that it's hard to blend, you can go back in and like pick up some like color again. Like this I blended very, very well. Like honestly, I think it's good to go. It looks really good. You can still see that I have the dark and then that the light is still here, but it's like blended pretty well right there. This one on the other hand is not really blending very well. It could be because I didn't bring the dark up high enough to where they would mesh together. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna go in with that shade Mugshot, which is, it was that second shade that we used. I'm gonna just kind of put it in the middle to help with that blending process because, you know, it just needed some help, which is okay. You can do that if you need to. Sometimes the shadows can be a little tricky. I just don't think I placed it in the exact spot where I needed it to be. Perfect. Got all the blending done. So I'm gonna take up this shadow that says on camera. It's that gold color. I'm literally just gonna swirl my finger and just begin putting it where there's no shadow on the lid, where I need it to go. Holy cow, this gold is intense. This gold is literally the exact gold like I would picture a gold eyeshadow to be. I've used gold eyeshadows and none of them have looked like this. Wow. I'm loving this. Oh my gosh. This shade. So I have all the color packed on. Now it's time to blend the edges. So I'm literally just going to take this fluffy brush that we used earlier, and I'm literally just going to wind wipe the parts where the gold and the matte brown meet. Just back and forth so it's not like a harsh line. I'm taking the very first shade that we used, called Rush, and I'm just putting this under my lash line. I'm just going to use a fluffy brush because I want it to be kind of smoked out a little bit. Now I'm going to be taking a pencil brush and going to go in with Mugshot, which is just slightly darker. So I'm pretty much, all I'm doing is repeating the steps that we did on our eyelid on the lower lash line. But this color mugshot, I'm only taking from the corner to the center. I'm not dragging it all the way up like the first color. Alright, and lastly I'm going to take that color Secret, which was the darkest color, and again I'm just going to focus it, oops, right against my lash line and right at the outer corner here.
Drop my brush.
Okay, so the eyeshadow is pretty much done. There wasn't really a super light shade in here for my tear ducts. There is this color called Lolly, but it's just like, it's not what I would use for my tear duct, so I'm just going to use something that I have right now. I'm just going to take like a highlighting shade from this like highlighting palette, and I'm going to just take this really light shade because the eye look is already kind of dark, so I just want this like pop of color right in my tear duct. And I don't want to like take away from the shadow, but I do want to like brighten up the inner corner. Just like that. And then I'm also just going to take a tiny bit and go under my brow bone as well. I don't want to put too much. I honestly don't think I need a lot with this eye look. But I do just want to like, just brighten it up just a little bit. I'm not sure if I should add eyeliner or not. I think I'm going to. So, I don't know how this is gonna go. Sometimes my eyeliner goes very well, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see what happens. I might have to bring this mirror up here. You know, I'm gonna do my eyeliner and I'll be right back. Okay, so I actually feel like I didn't need winged eyeliner, so I just did it from the outer corner to like where the color of my eye starts. So I'm now just going to apply some mascara. This is the one I use. It's by Benefit, called Bad Gal Bang, in case anybody was wondering, because sometimes I get questions on what mascara I use, because this one is bomb.com. It's literally my favorite. I do want to say that when you first get it, it's very like, the formula is very wet because it's brand new and it hasn't been opened. So after when you start using it, you literally only need to pull it out of the tube once, use the product, and just can keep messing with the product that you already have. You do not need to dip it back in the tube because it'll make your lashes kind of clump together and not look good. But the longer you have it, it does tend to get dry, so you do need to like dip it in more. So I'm just going to do my mascara real quick. Okay, just to finish up everything, I'm just going to spray my face with Mario Badescu rose water that has aloe and herbs in it. This stuff is my favorite. I'm just going to use it to set my face and kind of freshen everything up. It just helps to melt everything together. You don't really want to move too much when you have this on. Alright guys, that is the completed look here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you have any suggestions for me, please leave it in the comments below. I will be doing another fall look that will be more intense than this one. How can I get more intense? I don't know. Maybe I should do like another wearable one, because this one is kind of a more darker smoky eye. for fall, but I also really want to do one with glitter. Now I will be doing a video in the future that has glitter, and I'm going to show you the exact products that I use and how I use them and how I apply it and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be in depth about applying glitter to your eyeballs. I actually get a lot of questions anytime that I wear glitter on my eyes, so I just want to show you guys step by step how I do that. And it's not super expensive to buy the glitter and this, you know, stuff like that. So I'll just tell you all about it in an upcoming video. So be sure to subscribe if that is something that you're interested in seeing. I'm not sure when I'll be posting it, so guess you should be subscribed so you know when it's coming.